Welcome back to Something in the Shadows. Today, we'll be going back into our documentary series where we delve into the darkest corners of human history. In this episode, we will explore the chilling story of Pedro Lopez, known as the Monster of the Andes. Prepare to be disturbed as we uncover the horrifying crimes of one of the most prolific serial killers in history. Pedro Lopez was born in 1948 in Colombia. His childhood was marked by abuse, neglect, and abandonment, setting the stage for a troubled path that would later lead to unspeakable acts of violence. As a teenager, Lopez ventured into a life of crime and became a member of a criminal gang. However, it was his transition into a remorseless serial killer that would earn him his infamy. Fact number 1. The forgotten victims. Lopez targeted young girls, primarily from impoverished backgrounds who were often overlooked by society. Taking advantage of their vulnerability, he roamed the streets of Ecuador, Peru, and Colombia, luring his victims with promises of food, money, or shelter. Fact number 2. A reign of terror. Over a span of 6 years, from 1978 to 1983, Lopez's killing spree claimed the lives of an estimated 300 young girls. His crimes were particularly heinous, involving rape, torture, and murder. The sheer magnitude of his atrocities sent shockwaves throughout South America, leaving communities griped with fear. Fact number 3. A disturbing confession. In 1980, Lopez was finally captured by local villagers in Peru after attempting to abduct another girl. The police were alerted, and Lopez was taken into custody. During his interrogation, he confessed to the brutal murders of hundreds of girls, leading to a chilling revelation of the extent of his crimes. Fact number 4. The deal with justice. Due to the lack of sufficient evidence and the overwhelming number of victims, Lopez was ultimately charged with the murders of only 3 young girls in Ecuador. Shockingly, despite his confession and the mountain of evidence against him, he was sentenced to just a mere 18 years in prison. Fact number 5. Early release and vanishing act. In 1998, after serving only 14 of his 18 years, Pedro Lopez was released from prison for good behavior. His whereabouts since then remain unknown, adding an eerie uncertainty to the story. Many fear that he still may be out there, potentially continuing his reign of terror. Fact number 6. The legacy of horror. Pedro Lopez's case has left an indelible mark on the collective consciousness. His chilling crimes and the systemic failures that allowed him to evade justice continue to serve as a grim reminder of the need for improved law enforcement, victim protection, and a vigilant society. Fact number 7. Unanswered questions. The true extent of Pedro Lopez's crimes may never fully be known. The number of victims, untold stories, and lasting trauma inflicted on the survivors remain haunting mysteries, shrouded in pain and suffering. As we conclude this chilling chapter in our documentary series, we must reflect on the darkness that exists within humanity and the importance of shedding light on these stories. Pedro Lopez, the Monster of the Andes, represents the darkest depths of the human psyche and the devastating consequences of his actions. Let us remember the innocent lives lost, the families shattered, and the communities forever scarred by Pedro Lopez's reign of terror. It is our duty to honor their memory and ensure that their stories are not forgotten. Thank you for joining us on this unsettling journey into the world of Pedro Lopez. We hope that by examining this, we raise awareness, encourage discussion, and prevent such horrors from happening again. Remember to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our future episodes.